Test, test, test. One, two, three. What's going on, guys? So we are going to be live streaming the Jerome Powell Fed meeting. So here it goes. This is the opening remarks.
Reducing inflation is likely to require a sustained period of below-trend growth. Moreover, there will very likely be some softening of labor market conditions. While higher interest rates, slower growth, and softer labor market conditions will bring down inflation, they will also bring some pain to households and businesses. These are the unfortunate costs of reducing inflation.
Here it goes.
But a failure to restore price stability would mean far greater pain. The U.S. economy is clearly slowing from the historically high growth rates of 2021, which reflected the reopening of the economy following the pandemic recession. While the latest economic data have been mixed, in my view, our economy continues to show strong underlying momentum. The labor market is particularly strong, but it is clearly out of balance, with demand for workers substantially exceeding the supply of available workers. Inflation is running well above 2%, and high inflation has continued to spread through the economy. While the lower inflation readings for July are certainly welcome, a single month's improvement falls far short of what the committee will need to see before we are confident that inflation is moving down. So, we are moving our policy stance purposefully to a level that will be sufficiently restrictive to return inflation to 2%. At our most recent meeting in July, the FOMC raised the target range for the federal funds rate to 2.25% to 2.5%, which is in the summary of economic projections range of estimates of where the federal funds rate is projected to settle in the longer run. In current circumstances, with inflation running far above 2% and the labor market extremely tight, estimates of longer run neutral are not a place to pause or stop. July's increase in the target range was the second 75 basis point increase in as many meetings, and I said then that another unusually large increase could be appropriate at our next meeting. We are now about halfway through the intermeeting period. Our decision at the September meeting will depend on the totality of the incoming data and the evolving outlook. At some point, as the stance of monetary policy tightens further, it likely will become appropriate to slow the pace of increases. Restoring price stability will likely require maintaining a restrictive policy stance for some time. The historical record cautions strongly against prematurely loosening policy. Committee participants' most recent individual projections from the June SEP showed the median federal funds rate running slightly below 4% through the end of 2023. Participants will update their projections
Huge push.
at the September meeting. Our monetary policy deliberations and decisions build on what we've learned about inflation dynamics, both from the high
All right, show
volatile
incentive of
inflation of
support.
the 1970s and 1980s, and from the low and stable inflation of the last quarter century. And in
Covered
particular, we're drawing on three important lessons.
500.
The first lesson is that central banks can and should take responsibility for delivering low and stable inflation. It may seem strange now that central bankers and others once needed convincing on these two fronts. But as former Chairman Ben Bernanke has shown, both propositions were widely questioned during the Great Inflation period. Today we regard these questions as settled. Our responsibility to deliver price stability is unconditional. It is true that the current high inflation is a global phenomenon, and that many economies around the world face inflation as high or higher than seen here in the United States. It's also true, in my view, that the current high inflation in the United States is the product of strong demand and constrained supply, and that the Fed's tools work principally on aggregate demand. None of this diminishes the Federal Reserve's responsibility to carry out our assigned task of achieving price stability. There is clearly a job to do in moderating demand to better align with supply. We are committed to doing that job. The second lesson is that the public's expectations about future inflation can play an important role in setting the path of inflation over time. Today, by many measures, longer-term inflation expectations appear to remain well anchored. That is broadly true of surveys of households, businesses, and forecasters, and of market-based measures as well. But that is not grounds for complacency, with inflation having run well above our goal for some time. If the public expects that inflation will remain low and stable over time, then, absent major shocks, it likely will. Unfortunately, the same is true of expectations of high and volatile inflation. During the 1970s, as inflation climbed, the anticipation of high inflation became entrenched in the economic decision-making of businesses and households. The more inflation rose, the more people came to expect it to remain high, and they built that belief into wage and price decisions. As former Chairman Paul Volcker put it at the height of the Great Inflation in 1979, inflation feeds in part on itself, so part of the job of returning to a more stable and more productive economy must be to break the grip of inflationary expectations. One useful insight into how actual inflation may affect expectations about its future path is based in the concept of rational inattention. When inflation is persistently high, households and businesses must pay close attention and incorporate inflation into their economic decisions. When inflation is low and stable, they are freer to focus their attention elsewhere.
I have the volume all the way up for those that are asking to turn it up.
Former Chairman Alan Greenspan put it this way: for all practical purposes, price stability means that expected changes in the average price level are small enough and gradual enough that they do not materially enter business and household financial decisions. Of course, inflation has just about everyone's attention right now, which highlights a particular risk today. The longer the current bout of high inflation continues, the greater the chance that expectations of higher inflation will become entrenched. And that brings me to the third lesson, which is that we must keep at it until the job is done. History shows that the employment costs of bringing down inflation are likely to increase with delay, as high inflation becomes more entrenched in wage and price setting. The successful Volcker disinflation of the early 1980s followed multiple failed attempts to lower inflation over the previous 15 years. A lengthy period of very restrictive monetary policy was ultimately needed to stem high inflation and to start the process of getting inflation down to the low and stable levels that were the norm until the spring of last year. Our aim is to avoid that outcome by acting with resolve now. So, these lessons are guiding us as we use our tools to bring inflation down. We are taking forceful and rapid steps to moderate demand so that it comes into better alignment with supply and to keep inflation expectations anchored. We will keep at it until we're confident the job is done. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Powell. Our first session of the day is reassessing economic constraints, maximum employment. We will hear first from Nicola Fuchs.
All right, well, that is it for that one. Looks like QQQ. So a quick little, what's it called? A recap for those that tuned on a little late. What is this guy saying? Hold up. The kind of guys. All right. Do apologize for some of the trolls that are in the chat. Looks like they don't know how to control their emotions. But based off of what was said, wow, huge green candle. Look at that. A lot of buying pressure on QQQ. So we're seeing a quick little shift of direction. Check that out. Wow. Absolutely insane. Look at that. That recovery is insane. I don't think I've seen a green candle like that in a while. All right, watch out. We're about to make new highs. Good thing we covered our short on BBBY. For those that are unaware, during that live stream, I covered my short here right around 1055, 1060. We began shorting it around the $11 price point. So with a $10,000 position, we made $547. Not too bad based off of how quick that shift of direction was. So most of the time it always recovers. Yeah, so what he said, I mean, doesn't come as a surprise. The they're saying that, yeah, they have seen some improvements, obviously, with some of the data that they've been receiving based off of the CPI data report and the GDP report that was released. Are things at where they wanted to be? Definitely not. So I think that was a big thing that was that's why we saw so much selling pressure, where he said that they will continue to do what it is that they need to, which means probably front load interest rate hikes to make sure that they get closer to their 2% goal for their so-called soft landing. Step in the right direction. It's progress. I think this is why we're seeing a huge push up right now, is because of the optimism of being able to actually get towards their goal. Was anything said that was significantly bad? Nothing that I heard. So, as of right now, market's going to be pretty volatile, just because that Fed meeting was just, or Jerome Powell just finished speaking. So just make sure that your position size, especially if you're trading, right, you take that into consideration, where maybe you're not too heavily invested on either side of things, because we gapped up right now and we can easily begin to gap down, as that's where the overall market was actually heading right before this Fed meeting. So I'm going to give it a little bit of time for us to retest our support here at the moving average, retest our support here at the EMA. But as you can see, it's beginning to drop. I don't want to hear, oh my God, why is the market dropping? The market's rigged. If you're so emotional that you can't control yourself when there's volatility, then get out of a position, right? Your job is to be able to control yourself at best case scenario and at worst case scenario. And if you cannot manage these movements, then you shouldn't be trading, right? Maybe investing is a little bit more up your alley. For all of my long-term investors, you shouldn't really be influenced by the intraday volatility. Obviously, you want to stay up to date based off of what is said, so you can make more of an informed decision if you want to buy more now or maybe buy more later. But just because maybe you're having a bad day, or just because the market's having a bad day, doesn't mean that you need to sell all of your Apple stock, right? Doesn't mean that you need to sell all of your Amazon stock. I think great things come with time. And based off of what Jerome Powell says is, they're still working for a more promising future, right? Things are not where it is that they want it to be, but they're working towards it. And I think that's all we can ask as of now for the Federal Reserve. I just feel like a lot of people get... so you're gullible if you don't think the market is rigged. I'm just not a conspiracy theorist, right? I'm not here to use other people as my scapegoat. I don't need to make myself feel better to throw other people under the bus. You can think whatever it is that you want, right? Sure, the market can be rigged, right? But if that's the mentality that you're going to approach with the market, and you're going to use that as an excuse every time that you trade, that's a loser mentality, right? Who thinks like that? Losers do. Right? Our job's not to think like losers. Our job is to, take advantage of opportunities when we see that the risk to reward ratios are in our favor, right? That any time that we're uncertain, don't put yourself in a position that you simply cannot tolerate. That is a perfect example of what a loser mentality is, right? Our job is to make money. Their job is to make money. Everyone's job is to make money. We all have the same goal. Sure, some people have more leverage than others. Some people have more influence than others. That is facts, right? That is the world. That's how it runs. I do not understand why. It is like a meme stock trader mentality of they blame everyone else for why they are not successful. No, you're not successful because you joined a Reddit group 5 months ago and you think that you own the stock market. You think that stocks should do something that you do, right? It's honestly very sad to see that this is our next wave of traders. It's people that are so entitled that they think that they deserve something. Nothing in this world, I'm a big believer that no one deserves anything. Everything that comes to you is because you earned it. You put yourself in a position in life, even if it was gifted to you, where you earned it, right? It's a give and take. I'm a big believer in no one deserves anything. You work for everything that you have, and I would rather have that mindset than to feel like because of how much time I've spent, how little time of 5 months, and that I think that I own this market because I don't like the other guy. It's absolutely ridiculous. So for all of our new traders that are watching, if you are asking yourself the question, what is a goal to never try to be like? I think the person that keeps commenting about blaming other people for their failure is a perfect example of what I hope none of you are ever like. That is a perfect example of what I hope you always choose to avoid. That mindset is a virus within itself. It itself will make sure that you never succeed in life. It's just sad to see that people like that actually exist. So I'm shorting the market. I'm in SQQQ. We did really nice on the run up. I reduced my position size a little bit. I don't know if you guys heard those little like bink, bink, bink. Those were all of my sell orders as we began to change direction. I can say, oh my God, the market's rigged. But look, we were overbought. The RSI was overbought. I knew that the market was rallying because of what was just shared. I can say the market is rigged, or I can act based off of what I see, right? What I understand and what I know. So I'm just going to mute that person because it seems like now they're just finding themselves to, they're just trying to defend themselves and their action, right? So bunch of FOMO idiots. Yeah, that's all it is, right? It's the coulda, shoulda, woulda. Our job, why do you think that we always try to preach to never be afraid to lock in profits? Why do you think that we always try to preach to look out for yourself? I don't want you to look out for me, right? If you're a beginner trader, I don't want you to look out for me. I don't want you to look out for your friend. I want you to look out for yourself. What is best for your future self? Make sure the actions that you take today, the habits that you implement today, are something that benefit your future self. If you want to do me a favor, do that. I don't need you to do anything else for me. I want you to do what's best for you. I don't want you to care about a movement that has nothing to do with you, that's based off of a conspiracy. I don't want you to think that you own or deserve something. I want you to earn it. That's how life should be, right? And regardless if you fail, you will work until you make it happen. Ricky, sometimes people just don't understand. That's fine. We're here to make them understand. I feel like people just have such loud mouths that they go through life thinking that they can say anything that they want on social media, right? Like their opinions matter. You know what I've learned in life? It's always the most opinionated people that understand the least, right? It's always the loudest person in the room that tends to be the most arrogant, that tends to understand the least amount of what is actually being talked about. They just spew things. I've never heard so many people say so much, but mean so little, right? It's insane. It's all they act with is with emotion. I don't know about you, but that's not people that I want to surround myself with. I don't like emotional people. I don't care to be around emotional people. It's draining. It's exhausting. It doesn't matter how bad or how good things get. I want to be around people that seek opportunity in every aspect of life. And just like anything, it has its challenges. And just like anything, it's not fair. That's everything in life. Relationships, friendships, success, business, family, everything. You can learn to complain, or you can learn to adapt. So I choose to adapt. I don't know about you, but all right, we have 3,000 of you here. I hope that I earned your thumbs up. I'm going to keep on trading. I don't know about you guys, but I'm happy. I'm having a lot of fun. I hope that you guys are too. If you guys want me to keep on hosting this live, I'll go for another 30 minutes. I was going to close it out because we've been live for an hour from our previous live and now this live. I'll keep on going live if that's okay with you guys. All I ask you to do is to drop a thumbs up and consider subscribing if it's all good with you. So I'll keep on going. I'll answer any of your questions you might have in the live chat. Let's have some fun. It's a Friday. Let's make some money if opportunity presents itself. Let's make it worthwhile. All right. I'm actually going to have to change my camera because it's about to die. Let me go ahead and do that. Let's do it. Go longer. Let's make some money. I like it. So we have, let's see if we can get to 1,000 likes. Damn, you guys are killing it. I really do appreciate you guys. And I really do apologize that if anything that I say offends you by any means, I'm not coming after you. I'm coming after the trolls, the people that just encourage other people to settle. Is that not the most frustrating thing? Imagine living a life where all you do is just bring other people down, and you share that mindset with, excusing your failure by blaming other people. That's just a sad life. So I am sometimes a little aggressive. I know a lot of other YouTubers are not. They don't like to speak back or talk back to any of their trolls because of, how they think that they should carry themselves. I don't care. I'm human. I'm a person just like anyone else. If you talk shit to me, I'm going to say it back to you, right? It's easy. That's how I was raised. I'm not a person here that, needs you to be here. If you want to be here, show up. If you don't, kick rocks. I don't care. I won't even notice, right? But if you reach out to me, if you message me via Instagram, you guys know that I try to make myself the most accessible as possible. I try to be of value for you if you reach out to me. I try to answer any question you might have. I think that's how it should be. I'm never here to put myself in a pedestal, but don't ever come after me, come after a beginner trader, and cloud your opinions on other people. No one's here to hear you, right? I think that's a great way to remind them. All right. So a big push here. We're up $11,000 on the day on SQQQ. Not too bad. And we're up. I closed out this short here, $547. For those that are unaware, one of the things that I do not like to do, I don't know if you've ever actually done this yourself, I do not like to trade with looking at my P&L. I don't like to trade knowing how much I'm up or how much I'm down. I feel like sometimes, very often, anytime that I see how much I'm up or how much I'm down, or if I hit a specific dollar amount, that it could influence my decision to trade. But you have to remind yourself, regardless of how much you're up or down, that's actually irrelevant to the market. You are the only person in the world that can see how much you're up or how much you're down. And that should never be a reason on why you sell, right? I sell because there's indication of a resistance. I sell because there's a break of pattern. I sell because maybe I hit my goal of my target, of the price point target that I might have. But I should never sell and or trade based off of how much I'm up or how much I am down. I can trade blind. I can average up into my position. I can lock in profits, all without looking at my P&L. So if you have ever struggled with locking in profits, if you have ever struggled with risk management, we call it the blind trading challenge. It's something that we started within our Learn Plan Profit group, where we tried to encourage people to not trade with their P&L open, but just to focus on the actual trade itself. So, all right. So we have 909 likes. I really do appreciate you guys dropping those likes. It really does mean a lot, and hopefully some of you, if you're newer to the channel, hopefully some of you guys can subscribe. I upload new videos every single day about the stock market. So, hey Ricky, does the discount go until midnight? Yes. So we are running a $150 off LPP. So if you like this live trading session, I host one of these live trading sessions every single day. It's private. It's only for my Learn Plan Profit group. But today we're running our biggest discount. So it's $150 off. It's the second link in the description of this video, or I just pinned it in the live chat. So looks like we are showing slight signs of a resistance. Alrighty. Can you explain why BBBY is so hyped up. It's just the meme stock. There's nothing else to it. It's just the meme stock. It's a stock that a bunch of Reddit traders, targeted because it was a heavily shorted stock. It's a stock that wasn't doing well. They saw it as an opportunity because of how low it was trading. They need to talk about market cap. They need to talk about volume. They need to talk about short interest, and it's one that met their criteria. Enough people jumped behind it, and a ton of money was made. I have nothing against Reddit traders, the people that actually lock in profits, the people that actually know it's a pump and dump. That's all it is. The meme movement, it's a pump and dump movement. Did you guys hear about that college student that goes to USC that made $110 million by going long on BBBY? He took a $25 million stake and then locked in profits at $27 a share. That is a story to tell. That is glorious. Not people who bag hold because they think that a short squeeze is going to happen. Those are the people that I have no empathy for, right? I have no sympathy for. You put yourself in that position. It's the people that go in with a calculated trade. I'm going to buy here, I'm going to sell here. I didn't go long on it, but I shorted it on the way down. Here it goes. How does a student have 25 million? That's actually the same question that I asked. He has a fund. So he, I guess, has been investing or trading for a while. He has his own fund. I think he's 20 or 21 years old. And he put 25 million. It's a super risky trade. That could have cost his investors everything. I'm sure they're happy with him now, right? It's kind of like the Michael Burry, where he was shorting the overall housing market. Look at that beauty. Look at that freaking beauty. Look at SKKQ. Woo-wee! Let's see. I might even be able to hit $20,000 profit within this live stream. All right, never afraid to lock in profits. That's just my focus. It doesn't have to be yours. I'm not here to mold my opinion on you. I just know that it's just a little on the overbought side. Wanted to wish you a blessed, full rest of your week. Hopefully, we can meet soon, man. So offer free shipping to Canada at least, or a fixed rate. Umar, message me via Discord. I'll set something up for you. We'll ship you a care package. Let me know what you want, and then we'll ship you something over. So, but message me via Discord, and I'll get you set up with some free shipping to Canada. Okay? See you later at the HQ. What's good on Pascal? Pascal is still here until tomorrow. He's one of our staycation winners. Let's see where we're at. 19,000. You see, this is why I can't trade looking at my P&L. I cannot trade looking at that. There we go. So do you use one single time frame to trade? Music Gamer, first off, I appreciate you asking that question. No, not necessarily. It depends on what I'm trading and how volatile it is. So normally, obviously, right now we're seeing a lot of volatility with SKKQ because we just had that live stream with Jerome Powell. So I'm on the 1 minute time frame. But anytime that market direction is more normal, when it's like consistently bullish or consistently bearish, or even if it's choppy, I like looking at the 5 minute time frame. If you ever feel like you're making impulsive decisions, the 5 minute time frame slows things down for me. I'm not here to speak for you. I'm not going to put my opinions in your mouth. But all I know is that, even with yesterday, we're a consistent descending pattern. We were getting rejected by the moving average, and we were making lower highs and lower lows. And every time that we would try to move up, we would get rejected. And it was very easy to see this descending channel. A larger time frame slows things down for me. So if you ever find yourself that you are forcing entries, forcing exits, if you are over trading, and the stock is a normal moving stock, then I personally see larger time frames to be useful. Not with BBBY. I would be very careful with. BBBY is like it's a meme stock. It's very volatile, which is why I think the 1 minute time frame is just fine, right? So just so you guys are all aware, there it goes. $39 a share. Did we hit it? 21,000 on the day. Booyah! There he goes. All right, I'm not going to get too excited because I know that direction can always change. We are approaching that $39 resistance level on SQQQ. All righty, not too bad. And 1,000 likes? It's a good Friday. It's a good Friday. There it goes. Just broke above $39 a share. Just because we broke above 39, I'm going to add actually a little bit more to my position here. So I'm going to add 500 shares, which is equivalent to about $19,000. Again, friendly reminder, just because I do something never means that you should as well. I trade with a different dollar amount. I manage my risk in a different way. We are all wired in different ways. Your goal should never be to copy me. Your goal should be to understand what and why is what I'm doing, right? I added more to my position because we broke above $39 a share. When we break above a specific price point, normally there tends to be a push of momentum, and it looks like that is what's happening right now, but we'll see if it continues. Patterns tend to repeat themselves. They don't always have to. Please make sure that you're aware of that. I'm going to go ahead and add another 500 shares. All right. We need to go party mode. For those that are unaware, do you guys know what party mode is? So I do this sometimes, not often, but with our Learn Plan Profit group during our morning live trading sessions. Sometimes when we take a really good trade, I go to party mode. Let's see if it hasn't been working lately. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on with this new app that I have, but it hasn't been working. So it's pretty much, it's something like this, right? So this is party mode. All right. So when it's a Friday, we put on some music sometimes, go to party mode after a good trade, kind of like that, right? Yeah, it's definitely been a while. I don't know. I feel like we've had so much going on lately that it's been hard to like do anything like that. It's been very serious days and stuff like that. So I've liked how focused we've been though. It's been enjoyable. It's been fun. Happy Friday, everyone. I like it. We just hit 5% on the day. I like looking at the 5-minute time frame sometimes to have a better understanding of previous resistance levels. If you look at where we got rejected, 39.35. First off, there's a slight resistance right around that based off of, 2 days ago and that previous resistance level. We saw a lot of consolidation here when we were getting rejected. So obviously because of that resistance range, we can easily begin to get rejected here. We are overbought on the day. So please make sure that you are aware of that. One of the things that I would like to look for here is higher lows. When something pulls on back, finds a support at a higher price point than where it pulled back before, and then it continues to rally. And it looks like we have that going on right now. So I'm going to keep on going until there's a break of pattern, and then we can, reduce our position size at a change of direction. So are you going to hold SQQQ shares overnight? No. I might hold and again, it's all relative to what you trade with. I might hold about 2,000 to maybe 3,000 shares overnight, but I'm trading with right now over 10,000 shares. So just to give you an idea of, I'm only holding a fraction, 25%, 20% of my position overnight. For those that are newer to trading, why would I only hold a portion of my position overnight? Well, as QQQ goes up when the market goes down, there's always risk of the market recovering. And if the market recovers, then SQQQ goes down. So I see potential for the market to continue to drop, but in case it doesn't, I manage my position size, therefore putting myself in less of a risky trade. You get what I mean? Ricky is a top G. I don't think I meet that criteria, but yeah. So at what level are you going to sell most of your position? Well, let's talk about previous resistance levels because that's a really good question, right? I appreciate you asking that, and hopefully we earn your thumbs up. So one of the things that I like to look at are previous resistance levels, and right now we're right around that 39.35 and we're still getting rejected. Based off of previous patterns, we did hit highs of $40. I would love to work towards hitting $40 or even surpassing $40. But I know that if we begin to trade sideways right around $39.50 to even $40 a share, I wouldn't mind closing my position there, right? I mean, we're literally right back at where we started yesterday. Because if you guys see, this is where the market closed, not yesterday, but the day before that. So that's where this was considered to have opened, right? Yesterday was a red day for SQQQ, but it looks like we just gapped up, and pretty much yesterday is a break even at that point, right? Now it's asking the question, can we continue to rally? As of right now, it's showing strong signs of a resistance right around that 39.35 area. And if we continue to get rejected, then I'm going to have to reduce it if we break below 39. I don't want to ride this thing all the way down, right? I want to make sure that I keep some of my profits. But I am going to leave it open enough that just in case it does continue to rally, there it goes. Look at that. There it goes. What are we up? 24,000 on the day. But as you can see, there's a big, I should not be looking at the P&L. I need to stop looking at it. I get too excited. And again, I'm human, right? I make mistakes. And anytime that I get caught looking at how much I'm up or how much I'm down, it can make me react or trade a specific way. I might be more inclined to hold, or hey, I'm almost at 25,000, right? I'm almost at 30,000. Maybe I'll just let it run a little bit longer. And I don't want to think that way. So more pizza, more pizza parties. So maybe on our next thing that we host, instead of having a pizza party at the HQ, I was thinking of inviting some of our Learn Plan Profit members in the area to maybe like a Top Golf session or something like that. Going golfing with the boys. And for any of our lady traders, they can join as well. Maybe limiting it to about like 20 people, right? I'll grab 3 bays or something like that. We'll go to Top Golf, buy some appetizers. You guys can get some Dr. Pepper, right? Top Golf would be awesome. Yeah, something I'll have to follow up with. We'll limit it to make sure we have good quality people that are going to go to that Top Golf event, but do live trading 4 times a month, please. I do a live trading every day, but it's just not free. It's for our private group, right? You have to understand. I mean, I love hosting these once a month for free. I like you guys to be able to see what it's like to watch me trade live. But you have to understand, it's like I have my private group. They're the ones that tend to take trading a little bit more seriously, right? They're a little bit more dedicated, and I need to be more dedicated for them as well, right? So that's why we host these free lives. So if you like it, we're running a big discount today. It's $150 off, and it's the second link down below. So you'll get to watch me trade live every day right at market open. And if you value this, if you like it, then this is exactly what you will experience every single day. And that's it, right? There's no monthly subscription. There's no yearly subscription. It's lifetime access, and you get access to the A to Z video lesson library. You get access to our HQ. You get access to everything. Here it goes. We just broke above 39.50. I think we're close. 27.5K. Not too bad. I like it. All right. Ricky, what platform do you use to trade? I use Webull. So it's the 5th link in the description. If you use my link, you will automatically get 6 free stocks when you deposit $1. So it's the platform that I use every single day. It's the platform that I enjoy to use. And you also, get free stocks if you sign up. For those that are unaware, you can have more than one trading platform. So if you're under the PDT rule, but you want to be able to trade many times, you might have the one that you're using right now. You might use Robinhood, you might use Fidelity, whatever it is that you might use. You can also open up a Webull account, and the PDT rule on that one does not apply to the one on this one, right? They're 2 different accounts. So please make sure that you are aware of it. So Pascal and I were talking yesterday. Pascal had a short position on the market as well. So Pascal should be up on his trade. As of now, we're up 6.5%. We're working towards that $40 price point. What do you think, Pascal? I want to check out the NASDAQ. Are we below 13,000? Look at that. Look at that. Breaking below 13,000. Selling pressure is following. So we just recently broke below it. So it's not looking too bad. Yep. Watch 12825. There it goes. We are testing. All right. This is a NASDAQ future for those that are unaware. We just broke below it, did we not? Yeah. There it goes. We should be making new highs. Oh. Big selling pressure. There will be even more speed. All right. I'm looking forward to it. There it goes. All right. Adding a little bit more to my position. How can I use Webull outside of the US? So what's going on, William? To my understanding, you cannot. So one of the platforms that Pascal uses is if you're in Europe. Pascal trades from Germany. He lives in Germany. He was one of our staycation winners. He's actually here in Arizona with me right now. But Pascal uses Interactive Brokers, and it's a very popular and respected trading platform. It doesn't look like this. It looks a little bit more old-fashioned. But in comparison to anything else, I mean, it's very reliable. So it's Interactive Brokers, IBKR, exactly. So you can feel free to reach out to Pascal, or you can just learn more about Interactive Brokers. Here it goes, NQ dropping. I want to see how QQQ is doing. All right, trying to show signs of a recovery. This is Remy's world. We're just living in it. I'm glad you understand, Carlos. It took time for me to understand that too. There it goes. We got BBBY still dropping. There it goes. 548 gain on the day. Not too shabby. All right. Showing some higher highs here. Higher lows. That's what I like to see. Let's get it. What are your predictions in where the market will end today? I don't have predictions. I have goals, right? I'm never here to try to predict something. I have a goal that I'm trying to work towards. I'm trying to work towards $40 a share for SQQQ. So if I think that that's going to happen, that means that the NASDAQ market still has to drop. But when looking at this, if you look at this very quickly, so Pascal just talked about it, we are approaching previous support levels. So right around this range where we're at right now, we could see that the NASDAQ is trying to show signs of a support. We're right around 12,944. We just broke below 13,000, which is really good, right? Progress, step in the right direction for the NASDAQ market to drop. But we still got ways to go, right? This is where we ended at. This is based off of previous support levels. We still got ways to go. So we're still working our way down. I would like to see $40 a share. It doesn't matter what I want or what I hope for. We can begin to trade sideways here, and then we can begin to sell off, right? And at that point, I'm going to have to manage my risk, manage my position size, and it doesn't matter my hopes or my desires or anything like that. What's important is that I take action when there's a change of direction, or that I take action when I hit my target. So that's what I'm excited for. I'm excited to be challenged by the market. I'm excited to understand that nothing's guaranteed in this world. Everything is earned. And I'm excited to work towards it. I'm excited to see if I can hit $40. $40 a share for SQQQ. We're close, but what I'm seeing right now is maybe it's not worth it to hold. Maybe I should consider reducing position size. I'm just trying to take my risk management into consideration. We could potentially make 1.3%, but obviously there's a lot more of a downside risk. So what is that 1.3% worth to me, right? Ricky, how much is the lifetime membership? Remember, I only offer Learn, Plan, Profit, right? People get confused. They think that the day trading or the daily live trading is different than the other thing. No, it's all the same thing. So it's the second link in the description of this video, or the link that is pinned that shows $150 off. So it's $150 off. It's the biggest discount that we offer, and I think it ends up becoming $349. So for $349 right now, you get to watch me trade live every day. Even if you just watch me for a year, that's less than $1 a day, right? Or I guess there's like 220 trading days, so maybe it's $1.25 a day. So ask yourself, am I worth it to you, even if you were just to commit for a year, $1.25 a day? If I'm not, then no hard feelings. I'm not going to be here to convince you to want to learn how to trade, or hey, you need to join my group because I'm the best. No, I want you to join my group if you find me to be of value. If you like what you see, if you would like to experience this daily, right? We have our slow days, we have our red days, we have our green days, right? This is what the market is. But if you would like to experience this, it's $150 off today. That's what I want you to know. I'm never going to be here to convince you to want to learn how to trade. It's challenging. It's difficult. You need to show up consistently over a long period of time. The market's going to beat you. The market doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care who it is that you are. It doesn't care how much money you made last week or last month or last year. It doesn't matter what your net worth is or how many followers you have on Instagram. It doesn't matter what your Uber rating is. It doesn't care. It treats everyone the same. Guess what? That's what I love about it. How many of you guys, let me see a show of hands in the live chat. How many look forward to Mondays now versus before? Normally, a lot of people don't look forward to Mondays, right? They hate Mondays because they have to go back to work. One of the things that I love about the market is even after I get beat up by the market last week, let's say, right? I always look forward to it shortly after. I always look forward to Mondays. It doesn't matter how bad I get beat up the week prior. I always look forward to it. And I think that's important, right? And it's not that it's easy. It's that it's challenging, and that's why I like it. W Mondays. Yep. Always a new opportunity. Yep. So let's be careful here, trying to make sure. No, I'm just going to have to sell it. I'm not going to put it at a stop. I was going to do it at previous support, which is right around 39.20. So that's where I'm going to exit if it ends up breaking below. I gave it some wiggle room. My trade is never going to be perfect. I need to accept that. But I made it worth my while. And if things begin to go south, I'll quickly adapt. I'm actually going to sell a little bit more just to make sure I'm prepared. Alrighty. Sounded like you were giving this speech from the greatest game ever played with Shia LaBeouf. I don't know what that is, but hopefully it's a compliment. I don't know. I've been watching you for years. What's going on, Richard? What's up, man? What is the platform that I should use if I'm living in Australia? I mean, that's a good question to ask. So people can comment what platform people can use in Australia. I am unaware. I don't know if you can use interactive brokers. I know there's like eToro or something like that, but I don't know if that's available in your country. Do you drink coffee? I do not. Watching from India, and I'm very impressed. I appreciate your time and thank you for watching from all the way over there. How's the weather? What's it like? That's pretty cool. Isn't it crazy? I mean, we take it for granted, right? Because we're connected to everyone on social media. But isn't it crazy? Like, we are all at different parts of the world. Think about that. We're all sitting in front of a screen doing the same thing. We're trading, but all from there. Just imagine if there's like a pin in the world, and this is where we're. How many of us are there right now? 2,800. I think about that all the time. I guess it's a dorky thing to think about. But Florida, baby, Sweden, Cairo, Egypt. I like that. Ethiopia. Whiskey. It's an incredible time that we are living in. It really is. We take it for granted because we're so connected. But sometimes by being so connected, we become so disconnected, huh? Slovenia, I like it. Belgium, Greece, Russia. I love it. London, UK. We have a lot of people from out of the US. Montana, Anaheim, California. I like that. Mesa, Switzerland, Palestine, Sri Lanka. This is insane. I hope one day, I can just put a face to the username. You guys are amazing. You guys are doing great things with, taking time to even just want to be better. I think that says a lot about yourself and a lot about your character. And, I know they're just words, but I definitely hope that you stay true to it, regardless of if it's the stock market that you end up pursuing, if it's another venture. It's going to be challenging regardless of what you choose. Just make sure that it's two things. Make sure that it's challenging enough that it brings fulfillment. And the second thing is make sure that it's a profession that you don't need a vacation from. Just enjoy it. The monetary aspect, I know, and I don't want to overstep or anything. And it's or what experience do I have, or what position am I in to say this? But I just hope that you pursue whatever it is that you end up doing because it makes you happy and because it fulfills you, and not just because of the money. Because the money is good, but the money can be good doing anything, right? But if you hate what it is that you do every single day, you're just going to grow that void, right? And I think that's the last thing you want to do. So surround yourself with good people, good friends, good family, and enjoy what it is that you do. Enjoy the thing that we call life. So wish you guys nothing but the best. It looks like we are beginning to trade sideways here. I'm getting ready I want to reduce my position size. As soon as I begin to step away from my screen, I just do not want to have an open position, at least not this big of an open position. All right. How many likes did we end up at? 1,200. That's not bad. I appreciate that, guys. Hopefully some of you guys can consider subscribing. And yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one. Do you guys have any last minute questions that I can answer for you? If you guys want to ask me any questions and you want it more to be in private, send me a direct message via Discord, and that's that first link down below. And if you want to join my LPP group to be able to watch me trade live every day like this, then that's that second link down below for the $150 off discount. Okay. So I just enrolled in LPP. What's going on, James? Welcome. When does the sale end? To my understanding, the sale should end tonight, if I'm not mistaken. I'll double check, and if it changes, I'll post it on Discord. But to my understanding, that discount code that you see down below should be valid until the end of tonight. So no rush, right? If you're not ready, I'm not here to convince you. Take your time, right? But if you like what you see and you want to be able to watch me trade live as soon as Monday, then right now, again, this is the biggest discount that we offer. So would you ever give away a Tesla? It's a goal. It's a goal to work towards. I'm not there yet, right? Because I don't have people that sponsor my videos that would pay for that Tesla. At least it's not something that I've considered before. But if I give away a Tesla, it's going to be myself that's funding it. So instead of giving away a Tesla, I feel that's kind of cliche. I would rather give away some up and coming traders. I'd rather give away 100 computers. I feel like that would be more useful. So instead of it being for one person, maybe it could be for 100 people that I can assist with buying a computer. So do you have a video on your Webull setup? I do. So you can actually Google search or YouTube search Webull setup and then just type in Ricky after, and it should pop up. I have 3 videos, something like that. I have some of the most popular videos for Webull. Do you guys see how we're beginning to trade sideways? How do I join your live stream once I sign up? So David, that's a good question. Once you enroll, right? So if you click the second link, once you sign up, once you enroll, it's gonna have a page for you and it's gonna have a link. You can click it there or go to the first section of the course. So once you sign in to the course and with your email and your password that you created, sign in, and in the first section, it's the introduction section. It's going to say Learn, Plan, Profit, Discord, and live trading. And then it has the link for you there. So it's all provided for you there. Once you click that Discord, we post the links in the Discord. So watch the video. It explains everything. Of the link below is our Discord. These are the different channels in the Discord. This is where I post the live trading. So if you have any questions, either message me via Discord or message me via Instagram, which is the third link down below. So LPP have options trading? I do not. Yeah. So I want to make sure that I'm open with you guys and what to expect. I mean, these are our live sessions. When it comes down to what's included, I do not trade options. I do not trade options. I find them to be too risky for me and too risky for beginners. You hear all the time of people blowing their accounts. I feel like there's great potential with options if you know how to manage your risk and if you're disciplined. And I just don't feel like that's a quality beginners have as they're just getting started. So I just have decided to not talk about it because it's just not something that I do myself, nor do I want some beginner to blow their account if with that how high risk it is. So yeah. But maybe down the road, I'm always trying to add more videos. I always try to provide updates to Learn, Plan, Profit. And for those that are newer and maybe don't understand, any update that I ever provide is automatically for free. Back in 2018, when I first created Learn, Plan, Profit, if you first signed up in 2018, you got access to Learn, Plan, Profit 2.0 for free. I'm not here to upsell you. You will see me plug our apparel very often though. I do have to disclose that. We do run sales for our apparel, right? So for our t-shirts, for our flags, for our mouse pads, I do plug that. I love seeing you guys, pimping out your trading setup with our gear. But that's it. We don't offer any later or masterminds or anything like that. I just don't do anything. I think it's best that if I'm going to offer anything, I go all in and I focused on one group, and that's what we've done. So since 2018, baby, what's going on, Derek? Yep. You get access to all the live tradings, all the previous live tradings. You get access to everything. So are you buying TQQQ? No. Once I sell one, it doesn't mean that I have to buy the other. So I am going to reduce my position size here. We're just not trading. We're trading sideways too often or for too long. It's building a good sign of a resistance level. I could probably, I can set a stop here just in case it does break its pattern. So I have a stop, and this is a $100,000 position size. So I'm going to set my alert, and I'm going to set my stop here, and I'm also going to set my alert for the break below the EMA. So again, my job's not to be perfect. I will never buy at the perfect price point. I will never sell at the perfect price point. My job is just to manage my risk and to never be afraid to lock in profits when I see it to be just. So how did you add level 2 on the bottom? If you sign up for Learn, Plan, Profit, there's a whole video on my entire setup. So just a little heads up on that. So thanks. I will still join LPP. So all right. Well, if you guys have any questions, you guys know how to reach out to me. Feel free to message me via Instagram. Make sure that you guys follow me. It's the third link down below. And friendly reminder, that is my only Instagram account, and I am verified. All the other Instagram accounts are fake, and I will never message you first. Or feel free to message me via Discord, and that's that first link down below. Again, if you want to sign up and you want our biggest discount that we offer, that is that second link down below. It's $150 off, and it's lifetime access. So signed up for LPP. How can I reach you directly? Direct message me via Discord. And again, that Discord is provided for you within the first section of the course. So make sure that you look out for that, Scott. And the last thing that I was going to talk about is, like I said, our apparel. So shoptechbuds.com. I'm giving away a brand new iMac. It's the exact computer that I trade with every single morning. It's actually the one that I'm using right now. So we're giving away this free iMac 2022. For every $1 you spend on the site, it equals 5 automatic entries, and you get entered automatically. So any Wall Street shirt that you pick up, any wall art, any mouse pad, if you pick up anything, if you pick up this mouse pad, it's 150 automatic entries. Reminder that it only takes one lucky entry to be this month's giveaway winner. And again, that's available at shoptechbuds.com or the fourth link down below. I really do appreciate you guys' time. Hope that it earned a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing just so you guys can see where I'm at for the day. $28,000 going back and forth, $28,000 on the day, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to end there. this thing can pull on back, I'm going to reduce my position size. And at that point, I'll be up around 26, 27,000. There it goes, 28,500. We'll see which way we end up going. But again, it shouldn't matter. Our goal should always just to be to lock in profits at any indication of a resistance and or to manage our risk as that stock is moving up, right? Allowing it to run, but allowing it to run in a very calculated way. So really do appreciate you guys' time. If you guys want to enroll, second link down below, $150 off. Reminder, that is our biggest discount that we offer. I wanted to see if I could hit 30K on the live stream, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to. All right, guys, like always, let's make sure that we end the year